Hey friends, this is your realtor Joe Denny. I'm checking out a brand new construction in OCALA, Florida. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Joe Denny Ogando. I'm a Central Florida realtor and a mortgage broker as well. This channel explores all things real estate. We do new home tours throughout Florida. Today we're in OCALA, Florida. We're checking out a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home listed just under $270,000. We're sitting on a 0.24 acre lot. So you have close to a 1/4 acre lot. Look at that. Beautiful, nice lot size. The home itself sits on, well, it's 1363 square feet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the outside and let's check out this beautiful home. Sorry about the wind. I can't find my wind mic cover thingy for the microphone. And here we are. 1363 square feet. 0.24 acre lot. Brand new construction. Beautiful, beautiful. New home. Colors on the outside look amazing. I don't know about the color on the inside, but we'll check it out together. Huge, massive driveway. And you can fit 2 cars in there. And on the driveway, you can line the cars up. Probably put 2 and 2. They'd be sticking out if you put another set. That might be too much, but let's look around outside first at this beautiful house. Have a nice little AC right there, brand new. Beautiful color on the outside of the house. I'm originally from up north, from the Bronx, New York. Spent 20 plus years over there, then moved to Florida. I actually lived in OCALA first, and I moved to like Orlando. Been to Kissimmee, Claremont, all over. And some of the best deals you can get in Florida right now are in OCALA, Florida. Look at this. If you have any pets or kids or just love privacy, don't want to deal with like all the restrictions of HOAs and CDDs and all that, and you just want peace and quiet, then this is the house for you. $269,000 to get something like this anywhere in Orlando. You'd be in the mid to high 3s, low 4s, depending on the area. Oh, let's go that way. So according to the GPS, with a little bit of traffic right now, you'll be at the Paddock Mall within 25 minutes. So in less than half an hour, you have entertainment out there. There's a movie theater over there. Less than like 5 minutes from here, I saw supermarkets. There's a Walmart, I think like 10-15 minutes away. Schools all over the place. They built a new Wawa down the street. I saw some restaurants there as well. Beautiful front lawn. You could put all your Christmas decorations out here, Halloween decorations. This is what you call curb appeal. Maybe add some nice flowers and stuff there to spruce up the landscaping a little bit. This is a very grand entrance. Check this out. Very fancy. This reminds me of like downtown Winter Garden. All right, so when you step in, Again, I don't know about the color of the inside. It's kind of yellow to me, but you know, to each their own. Somebody might love this color. I'd go like with like a agreeable gray, like a white color maybe. But hey, yellow is yellow. All right, so you have your living room right over here and super high ceiling. So you have this nice open air feel in here. Close that. So living room here, possible dining area over here, nice size kitchen, upgraded countertops, stainless steel appliances. Not bad for your first home or an investment property to have a beautiful home like this under $300,000. We have the pantry here. Okay space there with the pantry. Just gotta add your own little backsplash there. Nice little backsplash. And let's check out the rest of the home. So we're gonna have one bedroom over here next to this bathroom. So you have a nice sized bedroom over here. Closet, nice little closet there. Then you have your bathroom here. All you're missing is a mirror, so we can kind of negotiate that with the builder to get you like a mirror there. We got the tub there, and we have another bedroom over here. You have a laundry room, and not a lot of these homes come with a washer and dryer, but you have a name brand Maytag commercial technology, it says it right there, with a 10-year warranty, it says it right there, washer and dryer. I think that's a pretty good deal. Some of the other homes that I've seen don't come with a washer and dryer. And I don't know if it comes with the lawnmower, but you might be able to keep that ball over there. So you have a nice 2-car garage right over here, which is also yellow on the walls. It's a lot of yellow. And then let's head to your primary. So you're coming home from a long day of work and you're stepping in. You have your double tray ceiling primary. Look at this amazing double tray ceiling here. Nice little size room with a nice walk-in closet over here. So the other closets are a little smaller, but this is like a bedroom in New York where I'm from. The size of this closet is like a whole bedroom in New York. And then you have dual sink vanity. You just need the mirrors. And you have a shower right over here. And you have a toilet there. That pretty much wraps it up for this tour. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Remember, I do both real estate and mortgages, so if you need help, I've helped hundreds of families throughout Florida on the real estate side and a few families so far on the mortgage side through refinancing and purchasing homes. Have access to up to 50 different lenders. So as you're watching this, even if you have your own real estate agent, reach out to me and I can help you on the mortgage side. But if you found any value in this video, consider subscribing to the channel, drop a like on the video, drop a comment, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. All right, so we're back at the home studio for a little bit. For those of you who have seen my videos before, you know what I'm about to talk about, so you can finish the video now. For those of you who are new here, this is where we're gonna talk about the steps of buying a home, some of the numbers associated with that, and as well as some things to look at as far as life expectancy goes with some of the big items. So as far as like some of the steps when you're buying a home, one of the first steps is consulting with a real estate agent like myself. We're able to put together like a synopsis of like what you're looking for, your time frame, budget, and especially with someone like me, I'm also able to help you with your mortgage needs. I'm also a licensed mortgage broker account executive. So with one credit pool, I'm able to shop multiple lenders at one time to see what type of programs you qualify for, what type of options there are, if there's any down payment assistance programs. We have all sorts of different programs being a mortgage broker. So after we get past that initial consultation of kind of like seeing what you're looking for, and you know, some of my clients call me from other states, so this could be like a Zoom call, this could be a phone call, but there's a lot of times where someone calls me, right? they're hyped up. They saw my video on a weekend and they call me and they're like, oh, I'm looking for this, start sending me this, and then completely ghost. And then there's times where we take the extra step of doing that consultation and actually talking about the goals and everything. And those relationships have, you know, blossomed into actual transactions, and those nurtures were so much better. So depending on how motivated you are, I'm gonna pick up the phone or I'll call you back, but you get to decide where it goes next, where it's just a property list being sent to you that doesn't go anywhere because you have 30 different realtors sending you property lists, or if you actually need someone like me who sold hundreds of homes, is also in the mortgage industry as well as the real estate industry, and actually knows what they're doing, and have gone through many different scenarios where I might have, you know, a thing or two I can, you know, help you with on your journey. So you get to decide that. But basically, you first want to do that consultation and talk about what the needs are. Then we want to start putting the property list together, you know, tailored to like how, you know, what you're looking for. And I do this two ways. I have an automated search and I have a manual search. Sometimes the automated search goes out too many times where it ends up in your junk or spam folder. After we've identified the properties that you want to check out, we go check them out either in person, or we'll do a video tour for you where we'll send you like a recording of it or virtual tour. And then we want to negotiate the offer. So those steps are, you know, consulting with an agent, putting the property search together, getting pre-approved if you need to, or having your proof of funds ready, seeing the properties, negotiating an offer. Then we get into the contract. Now we're helping you handle the communications between the title company, the home inspectors, the appraisers, the lenders, the surveyors, everyone that's involved in the transaction. So you want to get a home inspection within the first week, as well as start the escrow file with the title company. Then in the second to third week, we want to get, you know, the appraisal ordered, the survey ordered, the title company's working on the title work, lenders working on the lending work. I'm making sure like a puppet master that everyone's doing their part, and communicating with everybody. And then around the third to fourth week, we're wrapping things up and we're trying to see, you know, was there any issues, any repairs, any renegotiations, any appraisal issues, any cloud on the title or title issues, or anything that can go wrong, to try to clear that up before we do the final clear to close. Within 72 hours of that property closing, title company is they're going to try to be ready, lender's going to be ready, they're going to rebalance numbers, you're going to see the numbers, and we're going to see what you're going to sign at closing as far as a settlement statement goes a few days before the closing, sometimes the day of or the day before, but normally you'll have access to that before you get to like the closing table, so there's no surprise on what the numbers are going to be. And in all those steps, it could take anywhere from 3 weeks to like 6 weeks, or even longer, depending on, you know, what could go wrong. And who you work with does matter, because sometimes we can kind of like see in advance, you know, this might be an issue. For example, I went to a property and I saw that one of the panels on the electrical was outdated. And I simply made a comment that this might need to be replaced and it might cause insurance issues. And lo and behold, yes, it caused insurance issues. And then that property was still on the market like a few months later also, because the seller was trying to truly sell it as is. And we were trying to explain that in its current condition, it's not insurable to new standards. So who you work with does make a difference on sometimes how the journey is going to go. Now, when it comes to life expectancy on some of the items on the house, I have like a pamphlet here, which an inspector gave me, kind of like detailing what the life expectancy is. Now, this can change based on, you know, how you maintain those items and everything. But something to keep in mind when you're buying a resale home or even a new construction home is the life expectancy of a roof can be anywhere from 12 to 15 years if it's shingles. So sometimes you'll get it like pressure washed or cleaned up real good, but the inspector's job is to determine how much life is left on that roof. And if there's not a lot of life left on it, the insurance companies might give you issues when you're trying to buy the home, trying to reinsure that. So the current coverage doesn't just disappear. For example, the new coverage might not be an option if there's not much life left on it. There's many different ways to negotiate a roof. Sellers can go and get it replaced. They can throw a concession on the deal. If the house appraised for higher than what you're buying it for, we can raise the price of the house, ask for some concessions back. The seller nets the same amount of money, and you're able to finance or walk out with cash at closing to do some of those repairs that you want to do. Now, getting insurance temporarily sometimes is an issue as well if you have one of those big items that need, you know, to be addressed, but we have our workarounds that we've done before. So as far as like roofs go, 12 to 15 years. If it's a standard shingle, if it's a metal roof, you got up to 60 years coverage there, 60 years. Now, as far as cooling goes, central air, 10 to 15 years, depending on how you maintain it. We had one instance where we showed the house and the HVAC was like 29 years old, but that thing still ran smooth. So what the seller did was they basically added a home warranty to the equation just in case if it goes bad in the first 12 months, because they were not going to replace it. If they kept maintaining it every year and got, you know, parts replaced and everything, they just were not going to pay the expense to get that fixed. And it was almost a deal breaker, but it was working perfectly fine, and the buyer was okay with getting a home warranty on it. Now, as far as plumbing goes, if the property's on septic or well, septic, the sewer pump, 5 to 10 years, and then the well pump, about 10 years. So when you're buying a property with septic or well, you want to get those inspected as well. It will cost more money to get those inspections, but trust me, it could save you some money if there's potential issues that you can't see at the moment, to negotiate that before the deal is closed. So it's worth it, in my opinion, to pay for those extra inspections. And then as far as appliances go, a dishwasher could last 5 to 12 years, a dryer 10 to 25 years, garbage disposal 5 to 12, oven range 15 to 20, and a washing machine 5 to 15 years. Those are some of the life expectancy of some of those items throughout the house, for you to keep in mind when you're buying a property. Now, always consult with a professional inspector to actually check the property out, obviously, to get their opinion on that. Now, as far as like what it costs to buy a home, I have in front of me a settlement statement from a recent closing that we did, and I wanted to go over what's going to be outlined on this document that you're going to sign at closing. So you're going to have the section with the financials first, which is going to show the sale of the property price, any deposits, any loan amount. So what you're buying it for, what deposit you put down, and then what the mortgage is going to be on it, if there is one. That's going to be right there. Prorations and adjustments. So any county taxes are there, HOA assessments are there, anything that has to do with the prorations or adjustments are going to be there. The next section is going to be loan charges. That's where you're going to see any points, origination fees, underwriting fees, flood certification, tax certification, prepaid interest, and then you have loan charges and other loan charges. Impounds are next. So we have homeowners insurance. There is the impounds, and then title charges are going to be on the next section. And then we're going to have commissions, depending on when you're watching this video. If it's before August 17th, 2024, commissions are being handled a certain way, and then after August, or on August 17th and after, commissions are being handled a different way, and they're going to be paid out a little bit differently. It's going to be negotiated up front with the buyers, because for a long time the sellers were the ones that just flat out paid the commission. Now they're changing some of the rules up, and I'm not a lawyer or anything, but we have our ways of how we're going to navigate those waters when the time comes. Depending on when you're watching this video, the way that the commission is being paid out can change. So that's something your buyer's agent or me would negotiate directly with you. Commissions is next. Government recording and transfer charges, any payoffs on the mortgage is going to be next, and any miscellaneous fees. Now, one of the things that's very confusing when you're buying a house is property taxes and homeowners insurance. So what happens is, when you're buying a property, the property taxes are going to be prorated between the seller and the buyer. And the scary part is that a lot of people see it as, oh, the taxes went up. Well, no, the taxes were reassessed eventually after you bought the property. So what happens is, sometimes homes don't go for sale for a very long time, and they're at a certain, rate with their taxes, or, tax amount every month. And then after some years of the home being sold, the current tax rates or whatever are going to be higher. So when the home gets reassessed about a year later, the property taxes are going to adjust to what they should be. And it scares a lot of people, because that means that the numbers are going up. Because a lot of times when you're buying homes, a lot of times they're a little bit higher. You're buying it at a higher price than what they sold before. There are some times in like the luxury market where you're buying houses that were super expensive and they get super low, but based on my history and my sales, our averages are like 350K price points. We've sold over $34 million in homes, and at an average of like 350. Those are like gonna be like scenarios where they appreciated as we help those buyers buy those. Not too many scenarios where they depreciated. So the property taxes get adjusted up. And what happens after that is the homeowner's insurance is also charged up front. So property taxes, homeowner's insurance is charged up front to get paid out at closing. But then your mortgage is due about a month or two later, and you're gonna see it again monthly now, property taxes and insurance, and that confuses people. But what's happening is they're prepaying it now for the next payment for the following year. And the mortgage company is putting that into an escrow account, where at the end of the year or when it's due, they'll then make that payment for you. And what's scary is that if the lender you're working with doesn't escrow the correct amount, then what happens is there could be a shortage when that time comes, and then you'll have to pay the difference at that time. And another thing is, sometimes to make deals work, lenders will just use the current tax bill and not tell anyone that it's gonna readjust. And it could be a scenario where they're super close in DTI for qualifying, and if anyone were to say anything about that, then they may not qualify. So the lender doesn't say anything, and then a year later you get surprised with that bill and it's higher, and you truly can't afford the house anymore. So that's just it's a tragedy that then you have to sell your house or short sell it or rent it out or do something, because you're surprised a year later when you just finished settling into your beautiful home that now it's going to be more expensive. That's information on property taxes, the numbers, life expectancy, and what to expect on when you're buying a home.